Hello everyone, I'm Harvey and welcome to a new video on my YouTube channel. As you can see, I finished 4th overall and 1st in England in the 2021 season in FPL, and I would like to share some tips and tricks to help you along your FPL journey. Let's dive straight into it. So looking back at my game week 34 points, I got 61 in the end, which was 14 above the average. It was an 18k red arrow in the end, so not the greatest wildcard week, but I'm just hoping it pays off over the last 4 game weeks. 8 Nuri came away with an 11 pointer. He got an assist and 2 bonus against Leicester at home. The one player that I probably should have put on my wildcard was Matheus Cunha, but there was some doubts going into the fixture whether he was actually starting or not, because Bellegarde was actually back from injury and he's normally in the team instead of Cunha. But yeah, I kind of overthought that one, and that's probably a mistake in hindsight, but it is what it is. Livramento, I went for him over Trippier. Trippier got 2 assists and the 4 bonus as well, so he got 9 more points than Livramento. I purely went for Livramento just because of the more expected minutes, and yeah, that kind of backfired on me too. So they are the 2 things that kind of went wrong. But yeah, Bowen came away with a double-digit haul as well, 10 points. Got 2 assists and 2 bonus in the end. It was 1 bonus until they changed it on the last night of the game week, which again I'm not a big fan of, but it did mean that I got 1 extra point. The captain Salah, 8 points, so he came away with a goal and a 1 bonus. He's finally ended that drought that he had where I think it was 9 games without an open play goal, so yeah, happy to obviously captain him. And then the rest of the team was a bit disappointing really, apart from Isak, who came away with just the 1 goal against Ipswich at home. But yeah, everyone else blanked, and the Nottingham Forest versus Brentford game was pretty poor for me. I had 3 players in that game and they were combined got 5 points, so yeah, not a great game week, but at the same time I am still above the average, so it is what it is, and I'll move on to game week 35. Now looking at my game week 35 lineup, so I've got Sales and Milenkovic in defence, so I've doubled up on the Nottingham Forest defence for this week. Palace away isn't obviously an easy fixture, but I'm hoping they rotate before their FA Cup final against Manchester City, so maybe that will be a clean sheet, so yeah, let's hope that it does actually happen. But yeah, obviously it's not ideal. I'd rather have an Everton defence who have got an easy fixture this game week, but yeah, beggars can't be choosers. And then Livramento in defence as well. Brighton away isn't the worst fixture on paper, and he's actually quite attacking recently, so yeah, I'm just hoping for the off chance of a clean sheet there. And then Guardiola, Wolves at home, another plum fixture. And hopefully he comes away with a clean sheet and he actually plays left back instead of O'Reilly, because Akanji and Diaz might be the centre back partnership, but again there might be some rotation ahead of their FA Cup final. Haaland is actually back in training as well, so I think that's a big boost for them, and it kind of hinders the opportunity for points with Marmoush as well. So yeah, in hindsight rather, I would have gone for another forward other than Marmoush on my wild card, but yeah, that news literally just came out a couple of days ago, so it was obviously after the deadline. But yeah, moving on to the midfield, so I've got Mbeumo, who's playing Man United at home. A great fixture on paper, and I think it's a green fixture on FPL, yeah, which just rubs salt in the wounds in terms of Man United, but I think they are prioritising Europe at the moment, and they've got a 3-0 aggregate victory away at Bilbao as well, so that will obviously help them in the second leg. And again, I think there will be some rotation against United, so Mbeumo is actually a captaincy shout for me this week, but he's just 3rd on my pecking order in terms of the players that I've got. And then De Bruyne, you can see he's got the armband at the moment. He was actually rested in the FA Cup semi-final against Forest completely. He didn't even come on, so I'm hoping that he starts this fixture and plays near enough 90 minutes, but yeah, that might be wishful thinking. But apart from that, the FA Cup semi-final, he's actually been playing rather frequently recently, so I'm just hoping that he replicates the form that he's got into. 0.85 expected goal involvements in that game against Palace as well, so yeah, he's showing attacking threats, and I feel like I just want to punt on the player that's lesser owned in my midfield compared to the other 2 that make up the 3 that I'm considering for the captaincy shout this week. But yeah, hopefully he comes away with a return against Wolves at home, which in my opinion is the best fixture on paper for this week. And then Salah away at Chelsea. Again, I'm not going to panic with his lack of points recently, but he did score against Spurs last week. So, yeah, he's in the team for this week. He doesn't need much explanation because he's still broken records over the course of the season. And then Jared Bowen is actually a popular captaincy shout this week as well. 10.2% obviously of players own him at the moment, which is slightly more than De Bruyne, which is probably favouring me to go for De Bruyne just as that differential. But yeah, Bowen's a really good shout this week for captaincy. My only worry is his goal threat isn't actually great at the moment. 0.39 is not too bad, to be fair, and 0.37. But yeah, I feel I've got a gut feeling about De Bruyne rather than Bowen, but that may prove to be wrong. But yeah, I just got a feeling at the moment that I want to go for De Bruyne instead. But Bowen's a great captaincy shout if you want to go there, and Spurs at home is probably one of the best fixtures this week. So yeah, if you fancy that, I went back against it. And then Marmoush, as I've discussed previously, Haaland's back in training. So I'm hoping that Marmoush will start against Wolves, but Southampton away might be a bit of a doubt in terms of whether he starts or not. But for now, he's in the team. Chris Wood's a bit disappointed against Brentford. He did have a slight opportunity with a header, but it went wide. Yeah, I'm hoping that he regains his form that he showed earlier on in the season, and I've got him in just purely because of that Leicester at home fixture and West Ham away in 37, because obviously they're great fixtures on paper, and I am intending on playing my bench boost in 36. So yeah, he's a great asset to have for me. I'm just hoping that he repays my faith that I've put in him. And then Alexander Isak to finish off the front line. Brighton away, again, is a great fixture, and they're a bit leaky in defence at the moment as well, so I'm hoping that he gets a return. He's another captaincy shout in fairness, but yeah, for me, I think I'd prefer the other three options I've got in my midfield. But yeah, if you want to go there again, I went back against it. His points have actually dried up recently. He hasn't got a double-digit haul since 26, but yeah, if you don't want to include the game week 32 double, but yeah, he's still a great asset, and he's amongst the top goal scorers in the league this season. So yeah, if you want to go there, by all means go for it. And then the fixtures on my bench don't look great, do they? But yeah, I've obviously got the 3 Bournemouth assets in Arrizabalaga, Kluivert and Kirkes. Arsenal away this week, so they're just sitting firmly on my bench. If they are needed, obviously they'll come on, but again, I'm only keeping them for the Villa at home fixture and Leicester at home fixture in 36 and 38 respectively. So yeah, they're just on the bench for this week. And finishing off with Ait-Nouri, he finally repaid my faith, and it's the week that most people had him on a free hit, so the net effect was basically 0. But yeah, I'm pleased with that 11-point haul, and his fixtures from 36 onwards are really good, so I'm really happy to own him, and he will most likely play all those 3 fixtures for me. So yeah, that rounds up the team. Obviously De Bruyne captain at the moment, Bowen vice. That might change before the deadline, but at the moment I'm leaning De Bruyne. But yeah, good luck with your teams, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you for watching this episode. If you could please like, subscribe and comment on what I should do next, that would be great. See you in the next one.